Yeah.
happening with the Mandalorian? What's up?
Well, I have a Mandalorian menu, but really it's everything Star Wars. I just think it just fits under this umbrella.
Okay, okay.
Um, that Ahsoka trailer looks amazing. I mean, I cannot wait for that. I'm a big fan of Rebels. That's my favorite of all the Star Wars animated projects.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all of them. I only saw some of Clone Wars. I know people have been recommending that to me. Um, but Rebels is my jam. And Ahsoka, well, talking about scoops,
Yeah.
big scoop confirmed.
Oh,
Um, actually, a couple of scoops confirmed, and Sour Celebration. I just want to discuss those right now with all
yeah,
of
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Let's talk
Um,
about it. Of course,
yeah.
we got to talk about the receipts, Mikey, so, and all the time, you know?
Oh, what time did you see exactly?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, First of all, Heir to the Empire, which I scooped back in 2020. You can Google it, Heir to the Empire, Mikey said, and you'll find a dozen or so of my reports. Going back to 2020, I believe, is when I first of all, I scooped Thrawn coming. That was my scoop, and that's long before, a year and a half before the Mandalorian name drop of Thrawn. And at the time, Speedio, people
Mm-hmm.
told me, "Oh, the Kathleen Kennedy would never allow that because
Right.
it's a expanded universe and so on and so forth."
Mm-hmm.
And no, no, they're gonna do it. And sure enough,
That's right. We're getting to Hair of the Empire. We're
yeah,
getting it.
we're getting it. And there's no subtlety in that trailer, man.
No.
She actually said "Heir to the Empire" flat out, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All we needed was the character like in the front of
yeah.
the novel with the lightning shooting out the
Uh,
fingers. That's it. That's all we needed. What was the name of that character? It was like some clone, right?
Yeah, it was some cool, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And another thing too is this. Sabine Wren was in that trailer as well. That was my scoop. I said Sabine Wren was coming live action. Uh, Interesting part about that scoop
Hmm.
is that I wasn't a public scooper yet when
Right.
I dropped Sabine Wren. I think that
You were
was
still doing it
20.
as the like on through TiVo's channel over there,
Yeah,
Lower
yeah,
Longbox stuff like
yeah,
that.
exactly. As the Black Knight, and
Yes.
so we're gonna get Sabine Wren, which I think I scooped that in 2016. I could be wrong. It was way, way back when. Um, but so Sabine Wren's coming. The big one is Dave Filoni's movie,
Yeah.
which I scooped back in 2020 as well. I said The Mandalorian will cross over into a film, which is actually it's Heir to the Empire. That's exactly what that.
Mm-hmm. And you
They,
talked all about this. I mean, you have multiple
yeah.
articles on geekositymag.com right now where you have been scooping out everything that was announced in Star Wars Celebration. Mikey Son already talked about it. That's why I'm kind of not shocked about it. I was like, I kind of knew it was happening already. I mean, it was kind of obvious at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah, at some point it becomes obvious. At that time though, it was really like, yeah, sure, whatever.
hmm
Um, Kathleen Kennedy was like let the past die and everything,
yeah,
um, and like there was a lot of controversy. There's always controversy with Kathleen Kennedy anyway.
that's true.
Um, but her saying that, well, we don't have all the books to take stories from, and the fans really shellacked her for that one. Which is, um, she deserved it actually because you know there are tons of books out there that they can draw from, just like Marvel Comics
hmm
draws from their comic books.
Absolutely, man. There's so much the
Oh
Dark Horse
yeah,
stuff. I mean, they own it all. Yeah, they could pull for anything they want
yeah.
and change it and do whatever they want to it. Yeah.
So I don't understand
hmm
like a lot of the hatred towards Mandalorian this season. I actually like this season a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with you. I like it.
yeah, yeah,
I see that I do have the criticism that definitely what took so long to get the last episode that we finally
yeah,
got. You know what I mean? But I get the story building.
yeah, yeah.
It is what it is. It's a show format. It's not a movie
Yeah,
format. So yeah.
exactly. And so I watched that episode that everybody seems to hate, and my expectations were pretty low. The one with Jack Black and Lizzo. Um, I watched them like, okay, what is? I was expecting Jar Jar Binks bad, dude. I was expecting something really horrible.
Okay.
Jack Black is only there for about 6 minutes. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. It wasn't bad. It was
he,
fun. It was
it
a
was a
fun
fun
episode.
episode,
It was kind of like a Scooby Doo episode, but take
Mm,
it for what it is.
yeah. Christopher Lloyd was cool.
Yeah.
I love the Blade Runner tribute where they're chasing after that straight out of Blade Runner, the total homage to Blade Runner. I thought it was pretty well done. I think Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron Howard's daughter, is a great director.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, my expectations were so low. I was like, okay. I mean, this is a decent episode. It's not
Yeah, yeah.
spectacular, but
Right.
it's decent, you know.
Yeah.
But it's true, seriously, dude. I was expecting Jar Jar bad. I got given a cringe.
Nah, I know they had 2 episodes left. I was like, oh, they got to step on the gas now. If
They're
not,
gonna tip on the gas, and then
if
I
not,
heard the
if
last
not, they're
one,
really gonna
yeah.
crash the whole plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they realized, okay, we need to like do what we're gonna do.
There is something about these Imperial droids. It's a reprogramming of once was part of the Empire,
Mm-hmm.
and I strongly believe that there's an ongoing theme that we're seeing here that's going to play out in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think Thrawn is going to use a lot of the of a lot of the old Empire and reprogram again for
Mm-hmm.
himself
Mm-hmm.
to build a new empire. That's what I think is going to happen. That he's going to build a new empire. And what I was told, Speedy, that
Yeah.
Mara Jade is coming.
Oh man, it's gonna
Oh, is that a
happen.
bomb? That's a bomb.
That's a bomb. We gotta drop it on him. Yeah. And I believe you've talked about this before multiple times.
I did a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody who doesn't know, Mara Jade, of course, in the actual novels, she was introduced in The Heir to the Empire as a love interest for Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
It's apparently it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm hearing it more and more. Now it's being tied into the Heir to the Empire movie that Dave Filoni is directing. I am told that she is going to appear in that film, and obviously they're going to tweak things. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
how much of her roots they're going to keep. The whole Luke Skywalker love angle. I'm not sure.
Unfortunately, we know the end of Luke Skywalker. You know,
yeah,
I kind of wish we didn't, but we do. He
yeah.
ends very grumpy and alone, which is sad. But
it's a bad ending, man.
Yeah.
It's just-
But so I guess eventually we have to get to that, to why that happened. So I'm happy for this announcement, but I'm also
Yeah.
sad for this announcement because we know the ending and we know what it's gonna have to build to. You know.
In a way, though, that Mandalorian appearance he had
Mm.
almost like redeemed,
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Because we actually saw him in action, which we wanted to see,
Mm-hmm.
but we never got,
That's right.
Now, what I was told, there's a bomb coming.
Oh man, you got me off off the bomb switch here. Here you go. There you go. Let him have it, Mikey. Bomb 2. You're right. So this is I don't know if Mikey muted himself by accident. I don't know. But we not hear you, Mikey. But when you come back, I want to.
Yeah, okay, I'm back.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So, have we seen the last of Mark Hamill? No, we have not.
Haha.
So I was told that he will return as a Force ghost in the Rey Skywalker movie.
Okay. I like that.
So they'll get another chance at Luke Skywalker. I mean, the Force ghost now, but maybe again they're trying to redeem what happened
Yeah.
in the sequels. So I was talking about this with some friends of mine, and I said, "Look, they're not going to erase the sequels. Unfortunately, they're not. I mean, it's canon. Those films made $1 billion each at least. They're not gonna go back and redo them,
No.
especially now that Carrie Fisher's gone.
Yeah, it's
You
gonna
know
be
what I
very
mean?
difficult, and I don't think her daughter quite has the same look either. So that's gonna
Yeah,
be difficult to
exactly.
deep fake. I'm sure they could just deep fake her if you
Uh,
wanted to,
yeah.
but I don't know. Tough to
No,
do.
what? No, what they're gonna do is they're gonna try and redeem those sequels somehow.
Hmm.
In the same way like the Feige, the Spider-Man No Way Home, and I think he redeemed the Andrew Garfield movies with that film.
Okay.
Look how cool he made Electro in there.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's what they're gonna do, is that with Filoni in charge of actually Filoni's not doing the Skywalker film. What I'm trying to say is without J.J. Abrams there now,
Right.
they can get a more structured trilogy and make Rey a better character. In the same way they made Jimmy Fox's Electro character much better in No
Yeah.
Way Home.
And those characters were not bad. I mean, The Force
Yeah,
Awakens is a great movie. Although, yeah, sure, they robbed us a lot of the same,
yeah,
you know, strings of the original trilogy.
yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
but I mean, everyone was hype after The Force
They
Awakens.
were, they
Yeah.
were.
And
The
then
Last
then we got The Last
Jedi.
Jedi. The Last Jedi is an acquired taste. I'll just say that. I don't dislike The Last Jedi, by the way. I do like the choice, some of the choices they did.
Yeah, yeah.
But of course, I don't like I definitely agree that Luke was a poor choice of his demise or whatnot.
It was, and Force Awakens is yes, it's the best of the three.
Yeah,
Um, if they had Luke, Han, and Leia together at least one time in that film,
hmm
I think it'd been much even better received because we were robbed of
yeah.
that.
And the Rise of Skywalker was just like,
Oh
let's try
God.
and fix this all in an hour and 45 minutes. You know what I mean? That's what I felt like the movie was. And,
Well,
I got a disclaimer for you guys. So I went to go see the Rise of Skywalker in 4DX. Do you know
oh
what
wow.
4DX theater is, Mikey?
Yeah, that's when
Yeah,
the
so like the rain falls on you, the wind, the
exactly. Yep.
sand blow on you, and all that stuff. So when I walked out of that movie, I was like, "Oh my god, this movie's so great!" And it's because I watched it in 4DX. So I was literally in Star Wars, guys.
You
Okay,
know, I don't
so
think the first time I heard about 4DX is
yeah.
like they had in the Philippines.
Okay, they did.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is 4DX?
Oh, like that whole battle, like on top of the Death Star ruins when it was raining, like we were all wet.
Are you
I know what we
serious?
did. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
because I guess the water thing didn't work, so we were all like wet. But it was great because I didn't care. We were watching Star Wars, you know.
It's
And
like you're in the movie, you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? It's like
yeah.
immersive,
Yeah, and I walked out of that movie and I was like, yeah, man, Rise of Skywalker, man, they did a good job. It wasn't perfect, but whatever. And then I was like, I sat down the other day and I was like, I want to watch Rise of Skywalker again. And I sat down and I watched it and I was like, oh man, what was I thinking? Like 4DX really bamboozled me, man. Like here, like feeling the lightsabers swing by your face,
No,
like the
that's badass. Okay, I mean that's
yeah.
takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, that
Uh,
4DX thing that makes these bad movies a lot better, man. I'll tell you that.
I don't think they have those here yet. I mean,
No, it's not all over the place.
uh,
I had to go to Orlando to do that.
so that's how you did it.
Orlando's about an hour and a half away from Tampa, where I'm at right now.
Oh
So
man,
yeah.
because in the Philippines it's really common. There's like so many
Oh.
theaters. That's why I first heard like, what is 4DX? And my friends
Mm.
are going crazy. Like,
Yeah, there's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of theaters like that.
can you imagine? No wonder the MCU does so well over there. You're gonna see the 4DX. Oh yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
watch it over and over again. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Oh man, I'm telling you, the Rise of Skywalker and 4DX was amazing, amazing. But man, that movie, as a sit down and watch it now, that's a tough watch, man. It's a
No,
tough watch.
I'm not gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
I did see The Force Awakens more than once, um, but The Last Jedi, no, only saw that once. But I'm happy about Star Wars overall, man. I think Ahsoka looks great. The Acolyte, I said the plot synopsis sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for all these shows. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, even the ones that the ones I wasn't excited about. Like even I wasn't very excited about um Andor. You know.
Yeah, that was really good. That
Yeah,
was one of
it
the
turned
best.
out to be very good. You know. So I'm cautiously optimistic about the future of
And,
Star Wars. And
yeah,
the last episode of Mandalorian, definitely good stuff. We won't spoil it too much for you guys. We haven't watched it
yeah,
yet. Yeah.
yeah. Another bomb for you here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's drop them bombs on them right now. Give it to us, sir.
Yeah, so Amelia Clark is returning.
Oh man.
Yeah, she'll be in the Filoni Star Wars movie. So how they're gonna fit that in there, we'll see. But yeah, she's coming.
Oh yeah, I don't, she has a very good like there's like a comic book arc where she literally like fights against the Emperor and Darth Vader.
Nice.
Yeah, that
Awesome.
she's like escaping from them and stuff like that. She set up like traps for them. They're trying to like destroy her whole criminal syndicate and stuff like that. Like there's like a whole comic book arc with her character in it. And after I saw like a tease of that online, and I was like, oh man, I hope that doesn't mean they never bring her back. You know,
She's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, Amelia Clark's becoming like the queen of sci-fi lately. I mean, if you get think of
Yeah.
she's in Secret Invasion. She plays Skrull.
Mm-hmm.
And she's coming back as Star Wars. I'm also hearing that Donald Glover's gonna come back as Lando Calrissian.
Oh, I hope so.
And remember, the Lando show was my scoop from years ago, and they all said that they stopped talking about it for some reason. But
I think he probably was like, you know what, I don't want to come back if it's gonna be trash or it's gonna be rushed.
But he's coming back. But Kathleen Kennedy's not gonna be around very much longer. I mean, what I was told is she's gone after Indy 5, and she basically started her career with Raiders of the Lost Ark. She was like a production assistant or something like that.
Right.
Early in her career. So Indy 5 would be a great place to depart. I think for a lot of fans. I'm not sure if you noticed, man, but the media usually protected her, not anymore.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's been they've been going in.
Going in, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, time is not for very much longer here.
It's probably good idea for everyone involved, all parties involved. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, Sox Clark is playing the same character she did in Solo.
Oh, okay, very good, very good.
I remember her name was Kira or something.
Yeah,
like
Kira.
that?
Yep. And she became the new leader of the Crimson. I forget which was the organization. Led by Darth Maul. Of course, you know what happens to Darth Maul in the animated version of Rebels.
That was a great episode. Too.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
Love that stuff.
Is Clark gonna be Mara Jade? I don't know.
No,
that would be kind of awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, she'll be the same character. No, I heard it. Karen Gillian. What was the one that they wanted? Remember? Not sure if she still will be. Because I don't think Nebula's gonna survive Guardians 3.
I see.
Spoiler.
Spoilers. Different universe spoiler.
Yeah, there you go.
And then that's it. We're done with Star Wars. We can move on. Yeah.
Well, one more thing. I just want to say that a little editorial here. I am much more excited about Star Wars than I am with James Gunn's DC Studios.